a couple days ago, right?
They come
on the 24th,
every single day.
Christmas
we have a security
Eve.
guard that tells us every morning, you need to be gone, you need to leave, can't be here. I told him, yes we can, we have a right to be here. A law just passed saying that we can be here. Well, the police are telling us you guys got to go. I'm like, why aren't the police telling us? Why are they telling you? Because they want us to sue you. The police come, they come and tell us, come on, they're going to throw our things away and take it to the dump. And I believe it because I've lost my stuff, all my stuff 2 times already. So I know they have no problem throwing my stuff in the trash. But do they help replace it? Do they help? They don't help with none of that. We have to get it all back again. I lived here in Salinas all my life. I raised 5 kids here. I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd be homeless, but yet I am, you know? Does it look like this is fun? Because they say we like living like this. We like being out here because it's easy. It costs nothing. Except for your pride. I called the watch commander. You know what he told me? Oh, have fun. I go, have fun. I'm not trying to have fun, sir. I'm trying to sleep. Your police come at 1:30 in the morning. Why can't they come at 7 in the morning or 7 in the evening to tell us? Why at 1 o'clock in the morning? Why are those hours? They came yesterday about 1:30 or so. I haven't even slept since then because cops keep coming through. And it's like, what the heck? What do they want? What is it that they want? Even more so they know there's no place for people to go, but they can tell them to get out of here. Does this seem like the same place for a woman to sleep?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, but this is where our city wants us to sleep at. They keep saying, there's room at the shelter. Really? Have you gone there? There's not. There's so many families there. I had one of the officers tell me, go to Woman's Alive. I go, they closed it down. She goes, oh, no, they didn't. I go, excuse me, are you from here? Yes, they did. They get all these groups that they get money for to help the homeless. Help the homeless? How are they helping them? By making their programs bigger? By making more beds available just to sleep, and then you're off on your way again? You just keep enabling the people so they can keep using the services. You know, we were parked across the street, and the cops told us, you know, it's not that you guys have a mess or anything, but the neighbors are complaining because they can see you. Because they can see us. Do you have a remedy where we could make ourselves disappear so nobody could see us? Salinas has been sweeping the people away, sweeping them away for so long. $15,000 to say a sweep. That's $60,000 a month. They could use that to put people in instead of putting people out. When I started off homeless, I had 2 dogs. I only have 1 now. My other one died. She's buried here at the park. Last year, December.
See, that's a lot of setup, dude. And what about if it's wet? You know, I mean, this is dry. Everything about it's dry. You were able to pick
one night we had to
everything up
move
dry.
3 times in one night. 3 times. Look at how sweaty I am. And that looked like just 2 carts, but I mean, to unpack it, it's a lot. And not just that, it's the packing. It's just nerve-wracking because they keep telling, like I said, I lived in Salinas for over 50 years. Rita Acosta.
Can you spell it out for me?
Rita Acosta, Acosta.
Okay. And you're from Salinas?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So tell me, how has it been since, the city passed that ordinance that disallows?
That we had to leave Sherwood Park?
Yeah.
It's been very hard because they didn't want us in the park anymore or anywhere, but they did say that we were able to sleep on the right-of-way, is the sidewalk. You know, so that's pretty hard because, I mean, having to sleep out here in front of everybody and stuff, bad enough that we don't have homes, and then to be out here where everybody can see us, it's humiliating, you know?
What happened a couple days ago?
On New Year's Eve, police officers came in and asked for people to leave the park, and he just kept on telling them, well, Martin versus Boise passed. We don't have to leave anymore. You know, it says that we have a right to be here. And they're like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You have to leave. And he kept asking why. Everything they told him, he's all, why? Why? And they got upset, and they arrested him. They took him to jail.
What do you think about it?
Going to jail for wanting a place to sleep? A safe place to sleep? Yeah, real safe with my dog. I think it's a shame. I mean, people are just trying to find a place to sleep. The city doesn't have a place for people to go. But the police come in all the time, or wherever you're at, telling you, you can't be here, you have to leave. And then if you ask them, where do you want us to go? Figure it out. And I tell them, don't you feel a little bit awful about having us leave with telling us just to go, but no direction of where to go? I mean, that's pretty shameful, you know. Our city has no place for us to go, but you're going to give us tickets. One of the young ladies here even went to jail for a ticket for camping. You know, if they don't have a place, they can't give us the housing, should they be able to stop us from putting a roof over our own head?
And what have you done here? So you moved? I'm just describing it.
Well, because ever since Martin versus Boise passed, we came back to the park because we were sleeping over here on the curb or on the roundabout right here off of Burnell. You know, they said, oh, we're just thinking of you guys. It's dangerous. You know, you guys shouldn't be parked right there. Okay, we can't be parked right here. I mean, camping right there, so we came back to the park. Come back to the park, and now every day we're being told, you have to leave, you're going to be arrested, you're going to get a ticket, you're going to go to jail. And again, I tell them, we're just standing up for our rights. They said that we were able to be here, so that's why we're back. This is safer for us anyways, and all of us women sleep on this side over here. So out here is not a place for women to sleep. I mean, women become victims of the night, you know? Anything's possible. They don't care. And then today was really, one of the officers came and said that if we didn't have our tents out of here, that they were going to be thrown in the garbage. And I know that's not a threat because they've done it plenty of times to us. At one time, 8 people here got total loss. All we had was what we were wearing. You know, so I know it's not a threat. They will do it. If they say they're going to do it, they're going to do it. Prince Charming. Come here, Baba. Prince Charming. Come here. Let me get him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't want to get run over with.
Well, because he has cataracts. He's 14 years old, so he can't really see in the dark.
I see.
Not just I ain't getting old waiting for housing, but my dogs are getting old too. You know?
What do you want the city to do?
I want the city to follow through with what they're supposed to. They get grant money to do programs for the people to help the homeless and stuff. We're not asking them to give us anything. Everybody's signed up for the programs and everything. We just want what's coming to us. I mean, it's not our fault that the city mismanages the funds. It's not in our hands. And they're always just say, oh, you guys like living like this. We don't like living like this. It's hard. They said it's easy, it's hard. I invite anybody to come and try to spend a week out here doing what we do. It's hard. It's not even living. You know, we're not just trying to find a place to stay or now it's just trying to exist because they want us to sweep us away. It's not going to happen. There's too many of us now. When it was a little problem, they didn't do anything about it. Now it's a big problem. Now it's still the people's fault. You know?
All right. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. Moongate Apartments was supposed to be for homeless, 0 income to 35. Why is everybody not getting it? I didn't qualify. Everybody here didn't qualify, but they came to sign us all up for it. You know, one of the ladies, they wanted to pay $900 rent. Is that low income? Can you ask your kids to give you $400 more to pay for your rent? Really? That's not low income. You know, Salinas, I know this is Monterey County is one of the richest counties, but not everybody here is rich. And we need affordable housing. I really appreciate you coming, you know, because, I mean, everybody believes what the city says. You know, the police say things, the city officials say things. You know, that everybody's drug addicts, drug dealers, and prostitutes. I'm not a prostitute, and I'm not a drug dealer. And if I was a drug dealer, I wouldn't certainly be in a tent. People look at us, I mean, you don't even know what the things that we go through.
No.
I mean, I was real happy when I got my appointment on Monday. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it, wah, wah, wah. And then just plain, nope, don't qualify. I'm just like, wow, really, that just so easy, just like that, don't qualify. Why did they come and sign everybody out here for it, us all up for it? Even more so, because I don't have a mental problem, I don't have an addiction, so.
Right. Well, that's another good follow-up story, because the Moongate opened a couple months ago, right?
No, it's not opening until January, because Section 8 needs to go in there and look at the apartments to approve them for the people that are on Section 8.
Right, and only 10 people, they did mention, 92 units, two for managers and 90 for 0 to 30, but then as you started listening, well, this program's going to get 20 and this program's going to get 15, and so only 10 were left for 0 to 30 income, and on a random basis. But what they did was they set up everybody from the park here and everybody down in Chinatown and everybody that could come, and sign up. Well, but they just put you at the door and said, well, now you have to pay application fee and you have to do everything as if you're regular rental.
Fee. It's not an application fee. It's a background check. They do a background check for $45. It's not even credit check.
And
It's a background check.
It costs $45. You have to pay the $45.
You have to pay the $45 to tell you didn't get it.
Yeah.
That's how helpful they're being as far as signing you up for anything. You know, and still you have to meet those basic income requirements.
They were giving said that they had apartments for like artists, people that are active in the community. I've been doing all kinds of stuff since 2012. Like I said, I did the first Rules Run 10 committee. I was co-chairman with CSUMB for the Flush program. We're the ones who actually took the very first porta potty out there. You know, we didn't get no recognition for none of that. Everything that the community did working together, they sweep. We're having a sweep. Even though our program was good, the tent area, if you go on YouTube, you can see. You'll see how we had our tent area. You can see how Chinatown was clean because every day we swept from the top to the bottom. You know, the city created that mess right there. They closed everything down, put bars up to keep.
The big trash can.
They do it. They do it on purpose because they want the more money, more grants, more this, more that.
And that gives another reason why they so-called. That's why they don't respect us. You know, because of they take away like things like that we.
No, we get punished.
Yes, and they don't. And then other folks they don't respect us. You know, because they see the trash everywhere. When they took the trash bins.
You know, they say all the furniture, that's everything that's out there. We have no homes. We have tents. Who takes the trash out there? People who live in homes because they don't have to pay the dump fee. And they know it because they were asking us, well, can you get their license plate number? That's not our job. Everybody wants to complain and everything like that, but I know what it is too. It's hard. Nobody wants to be known as a homeless person because in the stores, you can't come in or leave your backpack or leave this. The city wants us to carry a backpack to have everything that we own in it. I dare them to go to their house and get a backpack and grab everything you think you're going to be able to live with. You see, one cart just for my blankets. It's cold out here. My other one is my clothes. I have my food. You know, please. I mean, what do they expect from us? We're not, cattle to be carrying everything with us all the time. I mean, shoot.
Yeah. You want to talk?
No, she's pretty much like covered everything.
Yeah.
I know, but it's not just me. Other people need to speak.
Yeah. If you want to, just respect it.
Real simple questions.
Yeah.
Just basically, how do you feel about being pushed around? You got this camping ban. You got Martin versus Boise that says you're allowed to stay on public space, and yet the police are still harassing you.
Isn't that funny? The big courts say that we could be here, but the city of Salinas police department thinks they override that. They're the right. You can't break the law to enforce the law. You know? I mean, what is that? I mean, do you know how the way they talk to us is even shameful? I mean, the way they speak to us. Why don't you try helping yourself? Why don't you try getting a job? Why don't you try? Excuse me? That's not what it's all about. And almost everybody out here has a job and has income. There's no housing. People are losing their house because Section 8 is not going up and rent's going up. So there's families. Tell me if you don't go over to the shelter right now, there's nothing but families in there. Where do they want us to go? The new shelter they're building is only for 100 people? Yeah. So where's the rest of the 1,000-something people going to go? There's a problem. You know, I've turned in papers showing do a Rules Run 10 area. You can do a transitional housing from there. And I know programs will come because we did it at the El Dorado. They would say, oh, it's going to cost thousands of dollars because you want to get paid. We did, the community, the homeless community did all kinds of different things, working together, and it cost us nothing. Because we know what we need. We know what we need to do. They're telling us, if you do this, you can get your life back. Get it, sign up for Moongate, and you can get housing. Lies. We don't are getting nothing. We're not getting nothing except for, you need to go, you need to go. And I tell me where to go, and we'll go. We need a place to be. We just can't keep floating around. Or run us here, run us there. We're not cattle to be shift over here and shift over there. We're human beings. We have a right to live. Yeah, it's hard for everybody. Like I said, it's hard because people always criticize and stuff. You know, it's hard. And me, I'm like, I don't care. They're like, you're not embarrassed. I'm like, why should I be embarrassed? My city should be embarrassed. And that's what I hear. Like, you don't look homeless. Do I have to look all tore back, ordinary to be homeless? I have my rings on. They're silver. They're not gold. And I hear it from the church. Oh, with all that jewelry and you're getting food here, huh? I'm like, God bless you too.
Sure.
Nobody ever does our story until we die. Homeless person dies, this and that. But when we're alive, nobody gives a crap.
Okay, Wes White, WESWHITE.
And you're a homeless advocate.
Homeless advocate, president or co-president of the Salinas Monterey County Homeless Union.
Okay, there you go. Why does this frustrate you a lot?
You know, a lot of these people out here are my friends. They've been friends for years. They've been friends with each other even longer. They've been outside for a decade or so. And, you know, it's heartbreaking because how in the world is the city moving forward? Okay, they've spent $12 million in 3 years on sweeps. That could have paid for everybody's rent. You know, I mean, how are we actually moving forward? Because the police come and they talk highly unprofessionally, very rude, and how does that justify anything? And they really don't have a leg to stand on anymore. Martin versus Boise passed in September 2018, and it was ignored for over a year. We argued it. It got reaffirmed this last couple of weeks when it failed to be heard for an appeal. So that means the decision stands, which means harassment, intimidation, threat of arrest, those are all illegal and unconstitutional under Martin versus Boise decision for the Ninth Circuit, which California is within the 11 states.
So I guess the city would say, like, the current law said, what is the current law is like nobody can be within the parks overnight, right?
I think so, in any park. And so where are people supposed to be? The current law, I think, is right-of-ways, which is sidewalks. But even when people are on sidewalks, if they're not in Chinatown, they get swept. And I mean, there's a dozen sweeps every week, you know, in 2 or 3 locations. And there's no way I can catch all that. You know, I mean, I like to keep the city honest. I mean, most of these people are on HMIS, which is a housing management information system for housing. So these people have already been identified. They're not homeless, they're harmless. You know, they have no reason. The county and the Coalition of Homeless Services has already done as much as they can do for people, and they've admitted that. Okay, that's why people are outside. This tent is affordable housing. You know, cars are affordable housing, RVs are affordable housing. So every time they do a ban, we're killing affordable housing and making it more difficult for people to live. It's raining, even on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day it's raining, and our homeless outreach team officer comes and tells people they gotta go and everything's gonna go in the dumpster if they're not gone. Now, what kind of outreach is that? What are we paying this guy to do?
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
We need to treat people better. I mean, especially if we've already identified them and they're sign up for cars. The Coalition of Homeless Service Providers has a draft position paper on encampments where they say they'd like to make public the health and safety concerns, okay, and then give the people there at least a week, as well as the tools to mitigate those issues, okay, and then if they still fail to, then you can order a cleanup. But you know, the Coalition of Homeless Service Providers plans on being much more proactive in the field, signing people up and making sure that they're doing all they can. And the city needs to do their part of not abusing and molesting people, because they're spending an awful lot of money for the police, the landscapers, and the dump. You know, some people are getting paid. It's some people's job for human suffering, which is blood money, and that needs to end.